Got a '04 Venture van. I think what's going on with this is the window will go up intermittently but not down. So let me see, not the right one. So it'll go up when it wants. It was going up before, now it's not doing anything. Also the passenger's not working. I do have the key on, engine off. There you go. See, it works when it wants to. So yeah, now it's not going up. Alright. So I need to check and make sure we're getting appropriate powers going to the window here, because it could be the switch, it could be some power issues, which I doubt. This yellow wire, if you look at my previous video with Chevy, generally is going to be the positive, and it could be ground. It could be that. It could be the window regulator, but I doubt both of these window regulators are going to be the culprit. So let's check everything. All right, I'm gonna use a test light first and check for power. I'm gonna use my multimeter, and I could probably use that to check for grounds if I need to. But let me go ahead and disconnect this. Well, I'll leave it on. I'll leave it active. So this yellow should be positive. If I got a good connection. Yeah. So. Still ain't got a good ground. I think this is gonna work out. All right, so we got battery positive on our yellow. The black here is supposed to be our ground. And what I could do is swap the positive here. I could probably put a pin in here and test for battery ground on the other side. Let me get a pin. Right, I'm gonna swap. Let me see. Get to power source. We'll put this pin inside of there. It'll go in there. Take my alligator clip here. The connection's gonna be sucky. See if I can get it in there. I'm gonna take my miniature alligator clip and hook it on to my test light alligator clip. And I'm just gonna test it on the chassis ground there. So we got it's illuminating. I'm gonna pierce the ground, so that's working. I'm gonna move the wire inside of there, so it's not doing anything. I'm gonna recheck for activity, which we don't have any. All right, so those are two main power sources. This yellow wire goes off to the passenger side also. We got good ground. Let's see here, dark blue. Is it dark blue and brown? So these two should be our supply going to the driver door here. So I'm going to check for power and ground going here. So we got power. Our two wires are going to be dark blue here and the brown. Those are going to be our wires going to the driver's side window. So we're on positive right now, so I'm going to check for ground while I'm already on here. And so we're on our brown, so we got ground here, and so it's brown and dark blue, so we're going to have both of those are going to be ground. So what happens, it basically switches the polarity and sends power out. So I'm just going to check the passenger side just to be on the safe side. So yeah, all right, so this is essentially just going to reverse the polarity and send 12 volts to our wire here. So let's back off of here, and I'm just going to put it on the ground side, and I'm going to test now for battery voltage, which I do have. Now I'm going to test for power going to the motor on the driver's side. So doesn't look like anything is coming out. I'm pushing down. We ain't got nothing going up. So we have some activity there. So let me go back to let's go back to the other side here, because it basically reversed the polarity. And I just want to show you. So we're on brown, so technically if I got power going out here, then the blue wire, which is the other wire here, should be grounded out. So I'm going to go back on 12 volts. Check for ground. Got a test light. And now this should stay lit up. So we're on the circuit for the window regulator. For the driver's side, we have powers and grounds. And the switch seems to be the culprit here, since it's intermittently operating. So I'm not gonna I'm a little nervous about jumping this wire here, because I don't want to blow anything out. So obviously, being I know the switch is bad, I could just take the switch apart and inspect the connections and see if this is possibly something that can be repaired, since the switch seemingly has been replaced before. I want to know. It's got some writing on it, and then too, I know I replaced this before several months ago. So I'm gonna push down at the same time. Okay, here we go. So I was pushing down on these at the same time, and it came right on out. So look at our context. It's got a hair and stuff in there. Let me see if it'll focus. This looks fixable. Repairable. Let's see if we can get this out of there. I mean, again, it just reverses the polarity. That contact looks real dirty. Yeah, look at that. I'm not sure if this is the driver's side or what, but I'm gonna plug it in really quick to see what happens. So this is the one I repaired, was the passenger side. I don't know if you can hear that working. So that was the passenger. So we're gonna go ahead and do the driver's side next. This should be a good repair. Separate it. All right, this should be the driver window. Let's see how it works out. Key still on, engine off. Yep, connection is restored. Look at that. Let me go ahead and get this assembled really quick. Like I said, I'm not gonna put no dielectric grease because it's not a moisture thing. It was just a resistance issue. So there it goes. Let's get the base. It's reconditioned. And let's get the switches. So I'm getting them screwed up. So let's see here. plug it in first and figure out which one's what. Okay. Driver. Alright, so I had them in backwards. We're good now though. Alright, so, oh yeah, we're good. So our connections are restored. Yeah, window's a little slow. I'm pretty sure at some point it's gonna need window regulators, but this is fixed. We diagnosed the wires. We checked for powers and grounds. Did a little wiggle test, which didn't really do too much because we had good power and ground. The test light worked very well. We checked for output power going to the window regulator when we didn't have any. So it all point directly to a switch. What confirmed it? Intermittent working or intermittent functionality. So this is repaired. I don't think there's anything else. I mean, sometimes you can get the issues with the door jamb, but this wasn't the case. So it's repaired. It's working normal. So we didn't have to buy a whole new master control switch, which is good. And again, dielectric grease wouldn't be necessary. It's not like moisture or anything was a problem. You would have seen the little green looking boogers or whatever you want to call them, and they would have collected up in there, but that's not the problem. It was obviously a high resistance contact causing that. But I'll tell you what, this is fixed. And even though despite I got a used part at work, life is full of random shenanigans. But hey, you want to have that reassurance in my work, subscribe, stay informed. On to the next one.